In this week's video, I solo what feels like 1,000 locks, go and see one of the biggest engines on a tugboat that I've ever seen, watch some talented artists work their magic, and then get on my hands and knees in somebody else's bedroom. So good morning, I'm just leaving Wrenbury now, and I'm not even ready to cruise. I've only just got out the shower, my hair's still wet, I've not had a coffee yet. It's just that there's a notorious lift bridge just up ahead, and just whilst I was taking little Bonny out, I saw some friends of mine actually passing me, and they're going that way. So I said, just give me a second, I'm just going to grab my stuff together, and is it okay if I just follow you through this first lift bridge? That means then I'll just get through, quickly moor up, grab a coffee, sort myself out, and then I think I've got about 6 locks to do today, if I get that far. That's the plan anyway. Oh, yeah, but good morning. With all the locks I've got to solo today, the last thing I wanted was to be defeated at the first hurdle. So I'd heard from some other boaters that this bridge is knackered. It takes about 1,000 turns to get it up. So, you know, so I'm glad I didn't do it.
You're supposed to go like this.
All right.
Like this.
All right, okay. Oh, well, thank you. So I'm really conscious that they've done that lift bridge and I don't want to steal the lock. And I'm slow at doing locks anyway, and I like to take my time. So what I'm going to do is just find a nice mooring that's not so narrow, because it's quite narrow here because of all the trees, and then let them go ahead. Because I need to get lock fit again. It's been a while since I've been soloing my own locks. The Llangollen Canal, or the Golly, as we all call it for short, is an absolutely stunning canal. It's 46 miles long, contains 21 locks, and it actually starts in Cheshire, works its way through Shropshire, beautiful county, and then ends in North Wales. And it contains the highest and longest aqueduct in the world. Just amazing. And we're going to be going over that hopefully. But another interesting fact about the Llangollen Canal is it has a flow, a constant flow, because it's fed by the River Dee. So when you're heading this way towards Llangollen, you're going against the flow. So it can be a lot slower, it can be quite difficult in the narrow bridge holes and the tunnels. When you're coming back, you're flying. So I've just moored up here at the first lock. My friends have just gone ahead now, and I'll catch them up over the next few days because I want to check my weed hatch, get a coffee, and then take my time going up these locks because I'm out of practice. I also want to clear up all these leaves here, being moored at Wrenbury under a tree. I'm covered in leaves and they can be slippy. So my decks are all clear, the weed hatch is clear, and I've just been and set my first lock. So yeah, let's do this. Right, so this is my first solo lock in ages. What could possibly go wrong? Apart from everything, of course. But look at that. Confidence of a pirate. It's all coming back to me now. Mostly the bit where I question all my life choices, because that right there is my home with everything I own and love in it. So hold on to your rum and wish me luck. So that's the first lock done. Now just to shut these gates and head to the next one. You know what? I'm loving it. So we often get asked, how do I cope doing locks on my own? And the way I see it is, If you haven't fallen in or sunk your boat, then everything's good. You know, even if it takes you a bit longer than normal to do the locks, it doesn't matter. It's a big sense of achievement when you've cruised your own boat, moored up and done a few locks in between, and you've done it all on your own. It just makes you feel, well, unstoppable, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love it when Gabby comes or my mum comes or I've got friends around or somebody says, "Hi, did you want a hand?" Yes, please. But I know that I don't rely on that. I know that I can do it myself. It is just more fun when there's more people about. This is just, it's a lovely day today. So I'm just coming up now to the second lock of the day, and I think this is Coisley Lock. I think that's how you say it, I'm not sure. I'll put the spelling in here. But this lock is actually shutting in the first week in January for 2 months, till the end of March I think it is. But most stoppages are in place till then anyway. But I'm just bearing that in mind in my head, that if I want to be off here by then, I need to have got through that lock by January. As I was approaching the next lock, I spotted someone up there and assumed a boat must be coming down. And it wasn't till I ran up that I realised the lady from the boat ahead was actually opening the paddles. She was setting the lock for me because she knew I was on my own. How kind was that? That saved me about 15 minutes. Bless him. There's something oddly satisfying about moving your own home around. You get fresh views, a new destination, and you're absolutely knackered by the end of it. Thanks for the help, Bonnie. Thank you. So that's the second lock done. I just need to shut these gates. I've had to take my coat off. It's gone a bit warm now. Oh. But this is the lock they're going to be shut in for maintenance. So I've just got now to one of my favourite locks, and the lovely couple ahead have set it for me again and opened the gates. That is so kind. But this one's called Willie Moore Lock, and I always call it More Willie. Oh, thank you so much. And that is More Willie Lock done. Willie Moore Lock done. That's 3 down, and I think 3 to go. We'll see. But we're making good time, and all because of the boat in front just opening them paddles and also opening the gates. So kind. Feel awful though, because obviously it's slowing them down, and I hate to slow people down. That boating community strikes up again, doesn't it? boating in winter is very different to the summer, and that's why lots of boats go back to marinas for winter. It goes dark so early, so it's starting to go dark sometimes at 3:45, 4 o'clock, you know, so your days are a lot shorter and they can be quite miserable, you know, if it's cold and damp and raining, and sometimes you don't see a soul. And that's why I'm so glad I've got Bonny, because Bonny gets me up every morning. We go for a walk, even if it's raining, not a long one if it's raining, she hates getting wet. You know, sometimes it might not be far, but you normally bump into other dog walkers or other boaters, people, and you have a conversation. You know, and that's important, isn't it? And that's why I like doing locks, because you meet people at locks. I don't get lonely in winter because I love my own company, and I'm actually a bit of a hermit, and I enjoy being moored in the middle of nowhere. I get my headphones on, I start creating music or editing videos. So I love the isolation of it all, but other people don't, and I understand that. That's why it's good to get yourself on a canal where you know there's going to be other boaters, and hence the reason I've come to Llangollen this year, because there is always a good bunch of liveaboard boaters up here, good few pubs, and it's always a nice community. So I've hit a wall and I've decided I'm going to moor up now, because round this bend the locks are very close together and then you hit the staircase, and I do not want to do the staircase lock today. The sun's getting low in the sky now, it's getting a bit chilly, I need to get the fire lit. So this'll do for today. Woo! So I've just moored up in this lovely little spot, and just round the corner there is a little cafe, and then it's the start of the Grindley Brook locks, I think. There's a staircase and then some little separate ones. But I'm staying here for now. I hit a wall and I just want to get in now, get the fire going and get something to eat because I'm starving. Well, just a massive thanks to Claude and Will on the boat in front for setting them locks for me, because that made all the difference for me today. Anyway, let's get this fire going. This is winter on a narrowboat. For the last few days I've had strong winds, it's been peeing it down, so I've not been able to cruise. So I managed to get my tree out. Do you like it? It's only a small one, but it's great because I can just move it around the boat. So I've put that up. And also for situations just like this, the other week I went and visited a mate of mine, Graham, and he's got a beautiful tugboat, and he had some artists on board painting a mural on one of his walls. And I recorded quite a bit of footage of it. I did a tour of his boatsman's cabin, his boat, which is absolutely stunning. And what I'm going to do is, because I've not been able to cruise and finish this video off, is I'm going to put that footage in here. But we all love a good boat tour, don't we? We love looking around somebody else's boat. So anyway, I hope you enjoy. So I'm here now at Overwater Marina next to Narrowboat Barbarian. This is a gorgeous tug, and we're going to go inside now and give you a little bit of a tour and show you the artwork that Nikki and Charlotte are doing at the moment. All aboard the front entrance. Hey up.
How you doing?
Good. So this is Graham. This is whose beautiful boat it is, which will have a proper tour in a moment. But first I want to see what these girls have been up to. Hello.
Hello.
So at the moment they're painting a mural on his bathroom wall, and he's just had that bathroom all fitted by New Concept Boats, as well as this beautiful kitchen. So Graham, you've had this boat, what, 10 months? And
yeah.
You've done so much work to it. What was it like when you first got it?
It was just pure white. So we painted it all green, filled in the panels with the wallpaper, stuck all the lamps up and this old fire extinguisher that came from Canada, and I'm just waiting for my porthole liners to go in. They're shiny brass ones, and that'll, I think will finish off.
I think that's the biggest telly I've seen on a narrowboat. It's a big one, that. You like a big one though, don't you, Graham?
Size matters, you know what they say. I desperately wanted new kitchen and bathroom, and only when I saw your video of Grumpy going to new concept started, so I emailed them. I was like, "Oh, are you interested in doing this?" They said, "Yeah, come along." And Tom came out. He was brilliant. Doesn't say much, just looked around. It was like, "Yeah," and so the rest is history. I'm so pleased with it. It's made a massive difference going back to a 12-volt fridge, and it's just a really sort of like solid kitchen.
And it's all handmade, bespoke, isn't it?
Yeah, everything. The biggest change for me has been the bathroom. They installed the quadrant shower and a top-loading slimline washing machine, which has been a game changer. It costs 15 quid every time you go to the laundrette for washing and 2 loads of the dryers. It was just crazy. So I'm really super pleased with the bathroom.
So tell me why you've got 2 ladies painting your walls.
Well, I wanted something a little bit different, sort of to match the rest of the boat. Instead of just painting it, I decided, because of the engine, which is a big old lump from a Scottish fishing boat, I decided to get a sea scene, like the Barbarian on the Sea, in a reference to its engine. And I went onto this artist website, looked through all of the work, found Charlotte, looked at the stuff she'd done, and sent her a message basically and said, "Would you be interested in doing this?" And she thankfully accepted.
So let's see how it's progressing now. Oh, they've started putting the boat on.
I think we're nearly there, really. We've just got the lighthouse and the boat to do, and then, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lovely stormy scene, isn't it?
Yeah.
So how long have you guys been doing this?
So, personally, I've been an artist for 12 years, but I've been doing murals for, I'd say, 3 years, and Nikki's been helping me for around over a year or 2. We met at university as art students, so I knew she'd be great at stuff like this, so yeah.
I'm glad that Charlotte's given me the opportunity to help her on all these jobs, because like I say, we've been to different places, cafes, restaurants, our boats, people's bedrooms. It's just a fun job that gets us here, there and everywhere.
So whilst the girls are carrying on painting, we're going to have a look inside Graham's rear entrance. It's got a traditional boatsman's cabin and a beautiful engine. You've got a right big knob here, haven't you?
I have. That's the gearbox wheel that operates the chains.
Oh, it's beautiful. Wow.
This is what I painted.
You painted this yourself?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
There's loads of mistakes in it. I know where the mistakes are, but it's the first time I picked up a paintbrush, and from a distance it looks all right.
Looks fantastic. So yeah, I know you're all dying to see his big shiny brass thing, but we'll look at that in a minute. I just want to show you the work in this is just stunning. I love the scumbling, it's beautiful.
That was the man that actually built the boat. It was a self-fit out for a man, Kevin Pittham, his name was.
Wow.
And there was no companies involved. He did it all himself, and it was 95% reclaimed materials from churches and everything he could get his hands on.
Let's have a look at your little pull-down table.
It's my dining table.
Oh, isn't it beautiful? That is lovely. So you have to remember that these boatsmen's cabin were for the traditional boats back in olden days, where a family would live in this space, and then the rest of it past the engine would be where all the cargo was stored, such as coal, potteries, all that sort of stuff. And they'd live in here. You'd have all these little things, such as this little table where you'd do your ironing. No, you'd cook all your dinner and butter your bread, and
it's
all
crazy
that.
When you think it would be like mum, dad, and 2 kids.
Yeah, in this space,
in this little space.
Wow. Right, let's go and have a look at the heart of this boat. Take us through. Wow, look at all this brass.
That needs a bit of polishing, I have to admit.
Wow, that is a big one. It's huge.
This lump is a 1948 Kelvin K3. It's 1.9 tonnes, 12 litre, 66 brake horsepower. It was first put into a Scottish fishing trawler called Girl Blanche in 1951. It was then put in another fishing boat called Glad Tidings in 67, and I have found out that Glad Tidings is still around and being refurbished. So I sent him a message through Instagram. I said, and he sent me pictures of the boat with the old original prop shaft from this engine in and the rest of it. So he's got quite a history, this little thing, but it is a big old lump. You probably won't see anything bigger in a canal boat.
Wow, amazing. So I've just noticed here it's got like a crank on it. Did you have to hand start this?
Thankfully, no. You can do, but it is electric start, thankfully.
Wow.
It can start on a crank. I'll put me back out changing the bed, let alone.
That sure is a thing of beauty. Right, let's go and see how these girls are getting on with painting your lighthouse. Wow, but what a beautiful, beautiful boat. Oh, wow. So I'm going to see now, see what the girls have got on. How's it going? Oh wow, look at that. Would you take your narrowboat to sea?
Yeah, definitely, especially with that engine.
Yeah.
There's a tow fuel tanker behind me.
Amazing. I do love seeing things that are done a little bit differently on boats. That's a wonderful thing, because these little small spaces that you call home, every boat you go to is always a little bit different, and Graham really has put his own stamp on this boat. So with this being a tugboat, we've got all that space at the front, and that's where his bedroom is. So let's go and have a little look at this. Now you've got to be a bit supple for this, haven't you, Graham?
Yeah, you need to be a bit bendy, but this is basically how you get into bed. On your hands and knees.
Hey, on your hands and knees. Let me go and have a look. So this is a little bit kinky, isn't it? So you have to crawl in like this. But just look at this. And then once you're in, it's quite big, because that bit at the front, you can sit up. In fact, I'll just show you. So this is me fully sat up now, and there's lots of headroom. And it's just lovely. You've got these little portholes in here, so you can just sit up in bed and read. You can actually look out down your boat if the weather was better. You've got these doors here and this little hatch, so you could be looking at the stars. It's even got a nice little radiator in here. But I bet it's a nightmare to change the sheets. Oh, that's fantastic, isn't it? So this is a tug with the bed under the floor. Hello. Oh, lovely little sausages. Hello. You're right.
This is Pippa.
Hello, Pippa. She's gorgeous.
And this is Reuben. They're
Hello,
both
Pippa.
rescues.
Oh, like little Bonny.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh. So you finished?
Yeah, we're done for the day.
Can we have a look?
Yes. Yeah.
Your first boat?
Yes.
Wow.
Hopefully first of many.
First bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. And are you happy with it,
I
Graham?
love it. I think it's very cool.
I just love his colours as well. Graham's chose quite a lot of dark colours in this boat. And you think dark colours in a small space, but it just looks fantastic, doesn't it? It looks a bit classy. Amazing. I actually really love the lighthouse light, because it feels like it's actually working. Such a warm, lovely colour. It's beautiful.
I love the fact that no one in the world has got this other than me.
That is
Love
just
it.
brilliant. It's gorgeous.
Hey!
Anyway, I've got their details. I'm going to put these in the video description. If anybody else wants a unique piece of art on their boats, wonderful. And I'm going to head back now, because my mum and dad are looking after Bonny, and it's been a few hours, so it's about time I went and relieved them. So I'll see you back at the boat. So we're all back on board now, and we're going to have a little tipple of this. This was from Alex. It's a pineapple rum. So let's do this. And whilst I am pouring this, a huge thank you to this week's pirate crew. Thank you for everything you do. There we go. This will warm us up. So I hope you enjoyed Graham's tug. We all love a good tug, don't we? And the artwork from them ladies was just amazing. Just something completely unique. Anyway, let's try this rum. I have tried it before, Alex's rum, pineapple rum, and I can't remember it. But it smells bloody awful. It's like, I don't mean to be ungrateful, Alex, I'm not, but I always review my rums, and it smells a bit like sick. So, cheers everyone. Woohoo! Just wet the lips, top ones. It's so weird, this one, because the smell is not very nice, but when you taste it, it's got like a sweet taste, and you do get the burn. It's a strong one. So anyway, so this week I've just basically, after doing all those locks, it's been nice to have a bit of a rest. I've not been able to continue on my journey because of the weather, and this is something about being on the cut in winter, you know. I had all these high hopes to get up and down the Llangollen as fast as I could, but that isn't going to happen. But that's fine because my home's with me. I work from my home, you know, so everything's good. I was going to sit in that chair there to do this, but Bonny's in it. She's claimed that chair. And I love that chair. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, please do give us a big thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. And before I go, just a massive, huge thank you to my lovely, gorgeous patrons. So that's it. Please take care, stay safe, and join me next week when I'm going to be soloing the Grindley Brook staircase locks. And that's something I'm really not looking forward to. Anyway, Bonny, can Mummy sit down? Hey, can Mummy sit down?